Oh, I gotta get my. Go for the reach
Oh, wait.
in. Oh, that's the after
Oh,
party.
no.
Yeah, that's the after
Oh,
show
no.
party there. Hang on, man. So,
That's for that's the next one. That's for Papa Top. 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock, baby. Starting the meeting. We
Sorry, meeting.
got our podcast going on here. This is 2021, sir. We have visual podcast in 2021.
Visual podcast.
No more of that just riding around aimlessly in your pickup truck, just listening to some guy ramble on about something that matters to him. This
Now you
matters
get to
to
watch us.
this matters to us.
Now you get to see us ramble back and forth about things.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
You get to see it too. Don't watch no children. Please watch the road. Don't watch the road. Watch us.
Exactly. Park your vehicle, spend the next 10, 15 minutes watching us, then drive on.
Actually, if you've seen the channel lineup on DirecTV lately, you'd rather watch us. I'm just saying, it's pretty ridiculous.
I don't even use DirecTV anymore. I cut the cord, so now I pay more.
How are you dealing with the first weekend in 2 months, 3 months of no football?
I keep trying to watch the Super Bowl.
I'm having a rough time. Yeah. I don't want to know what are we going to do after the Super Bowl. I haven't seen the XFL schedule yet. They're still trying to duke out the logo for the Houston Texans or Houston Roughnecks, whatever they're called.
I'm just glad there's going to be football.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm absolutely. I'm stoked about it. I had a great time watching them last year. I can't wait to tune in this year too.
So, if you remember right, the very beginning of the football year, the SEC waited 4 weeks, and then a few other conferences jumped in. Well, I believe it was the Mountain West. I could be wrong on the conference, but one of them was like, because of COVID, we're not going to play until January.
Yeah.
Then they got mad because everyone was like, that's a great idea. Yes. After the championship game, we're all going to watch you.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Well, hey, I got that to look forward to now.
They're not going to. They jumped
back. You just took it from me. I was like, I know what I'm doing next week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, everyone was so excited. They were like, all of you teams that, let's be honest, don't have a chance at the championship should play January to like May and have your own little championship, and then we can enjoy football all year round.
So I don't know if you've seen this or not, but the WNBA has no restrictions on how many people can come watch their game. They are allowed to have just as many fans as they had before COVID.
Is it because they had no problem with social distancing before?
No, it's because of the amount of people that actually go to women's sports.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. They were more than socially distanced before.
Sad. Hey, I live in a town where there's an SEC team. I don't know if you know this or not, but amazingly, maybe I knew this before I moved here. It's not just the football and basketball team that are SEC, by the way. It's every sport.
That's true.
Every sport.
Yes.
And so this means that. Oh, and also, by the way, the town I live in has had amazing. I just forgot the word. Gymnastics. We have had amazing gymnastics. Our school goes to the championship like all the time. But now our coach, our girls gymnastics coach, is one of the ladies that's been an Olympian for our country for the last few years. It's pretty badass. I mean, not only do you get to go down there and see like SEC gymnastics, world class, like everybody wants to go to the school or the schools that compete there, but also we've got like an amazing Olympian being the coach now. Whole nother level. We were already winning before. Now we're winning like what I'm saying?
Right.
Beast mode.
Hey, this is a season ticket holder, guys, talking about gymnastics. I want you guys to realize this. This is one of the few.
I don't have season tickets to gymnastics, so. But hell, man, they're like some of these the lady sports, man. You don't even have to have tickets, or it's like a cover charge, like going to the bar. It's like $3, and so you can go watch. Yeah, you can go watch gymnastics and girls softball and soccer and guys soccer too. I guess they play soccer. I don't know. And tennis, man. We got beasts playing tennis. A lot of times they don't even charge to go. You just go up and sit, man. We'll go watch our Arkansas Razorback tennis players pound on some guys from Alabama or Mississippi, and man, it's intense. It's not like watching the Wimbledon, okay? I'm not saying it's the Wimbledon, but it should be up. No.
It's not the Wimbledon.
It's not the Wimbledon, baby. It's pretty
So
amazing. It's a lot better than a lot of places, and
I want to point out
unfortunately,
that
not enough people go see the lady sports because
it's true.
they are athletes, man. Like you go try to wrestle them. Just saying, you try it.
I
I'm
want
not
to
doing
point out that our entire fan base stopped listening after you said your cover charge for your bar is only $3.
it. They left, did they?
Anybody heard from that?
Okay, so I have to start this. So
They're flying to Fayetteville right now to go to the bar.
I'm just saying, since this is our inaugural video,
No,
our first performance, our first live performance. I mean, not live, but like first one going to go live, first one to be published. I had some recommendation from a guy, so it's awesome. Everybody's headed to the bar, but before you go,
Where you
a
go?
friend of mine said, "Well, we get more viewers is if we had some strippers," and so I invited some over. I mean, I have some here. Just hold on, I've got the old ones and I got some new ones, baby. Got your strippers right here, man. That's for you, Bubba. Come on, Steve. Strippers. Oh yeah.
And you're not getting hepatitis from these strippers.
Well, I don't know what you think. I mean, they've cut more than wire. Just
Oh my gravy. All right, well, Steve, thanks for the advice.
absolutely. Yeah, we love our advice. Yeah. Yeah. So welcome to our
speaking
show.
of advice,
Please hit like, please subscribe, hit the bell so you can see when we post a video. We hope we'll post another video. I'm just saying, but definitely hit like.
Right.
Please tell us what you think in the comments, so you can have more class act, amazing, world class entertainment like we're bringing to you today.
So I want to tell you that if you continue watching this show, some of the great things you're going to get to experience is when it gets warmer, I'm going to do this show from the beach, and it's going to be great.
Hey, yeah.
Every year there's this thing called Praya Fest, where they release the cows, the bulls, to come hang out with the people. It's not running with the bulls. I don't want you to get the wrong idea on this. They let a bull basically like walk around in the streets, and people run up and do dumb stuff to the bull, and the bull reacts. Well, they have 3 guys who hold onto a rope that's attached to the bull to keep the bull from messing up the people. And I'm watching the highlights from a couple years ago with a native.
What are they tying the rope to? I mean, like his nuts or what? What
no, it's just on his head. It's just on his head.
He must not be a big bull, man. I couldn't hold back a bull.
These are not Tyson chicken-sized bulls. These are just bulls that eat grass. There's no additional power put into these bulls. But
Okay.
we're watching the highlight, and this one guy runs up and he double hand smacks the bull on the keister.
Yeah.
And of course catches both paws right to the chest. And I just die hysterically laughing as this guy gets kicked like 20 times.
Yeah, I was just picturing the donkey kick coming. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So the guy who showed me the video was like, "What is so funny? That man was seriously hurt." And I was like, he deserved that. But what I realized very quickly is they're not rooting for the bull here.
Okay, well, I don't think you're supposed to root for the bull. I think you're supposed to root for like winning but I certainly don't want to hurt the animal.
No, exactly. Like,
who doesn't want to see a guy get donkey kicked backward like 30 feet because he slapped some bull in the ass?
If you walk up to the bull, you're going to catch the horns.
Yeah,
that's
what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're brave enough to get in the ring.
Man, years ago, I worked part-time on a farm, like a hobby farm. It was an amazingly huge hobby farm. It was almost 3,000 acres, but
that's a heck of a hobby.
It was a man's hobby. I'm just saying, it was a hobby. I worked there as a hobby.
Yeah.
So me and my partner Paul, man, we got some cows in we call it a hallway, where like you have 2 fences kind of narrow and you drive between, and you put a gate on each end and you pin them up in there, so you could either load them on a trailer or turn them into the working pens, where you could separate them out. And it's pretty long, and very wide. This one was way wider than it ever should have been. It was probably 40 feet between the fences. There's a lot of room. The cows could really get in there and kind of turn around. And we only had a few, man. It was only like 15 or 20, and they were pretty young. They weren't big. They were still pretty feisty. We had this one mean old, just a mean old cow, man. And she wasn't just a couple years old. And she was just hard-headed, man. We could not get her to follow. She didn't follow the pack. Like she's breaking the mold, man. She's busting them glass ceilings out. And man, I had to find another adjective for him, because if I say the one that really comes to mind, you know, whoever, FCC or whoever, they might not like it, but man, this cow, man, she ran past me and she kicked the out of my hip, man, kicked me sideways while she was running. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it hurt so bad. And all these boys are standing around. I'm like 35 at the time. There's a bunch of these old 18, 19-year-old kids. You can't cry. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Yeah, hey, I seen this week. I'm a hobby farm man, but I heard this week. We don't even know who it is yet. They haven't claimed the money. But you see, somebody won $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in the lottery this week.
How do you think they know they won and they're just trying to slow play it so that all their family members aren't trying to bone rush them?
I don't know, but you bring that up, so I've got this for you already. So you know what happens to the money if nobody claims it? The government.
Do I get it?
The government gets it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, if you play illegally, if you steal a ticket, if you manipulate the system, the money just goes to the government. It don't go back in the pot. They don't like redo the pot with that pile of money, which is a bunch of horse malarkey, because only like 45 cents on the dollar even makes it to the winning purse. 60%, at least 60% goes to other things, administration fees or whatever the lottery is supposed to be for. But anyway, $1 billion, man, $1 billion bucks. If they cash out 773 million after taxes, it's like $500 million. And I'm like, how do you go from $1 billion to 500 million? I didn't even win, and I'm already pissed that they only got half the money advertised.
So just by pure luck, I'm actually staring at the screen on a guy who won the lottery, and they said that if you win $1 million, you won $1 million cash money, you're gonna walk away with $546,000. I'm afraid what happens? You only win 500 grand. They just pat you on the back and say, "Great job. We'll keep the rest."
I don't want to have the show about the sad stories for the lottery, because I want to win that sucker. I don't, but the only problem is I don't play. The last time I bought a ticket was like a year ago. I think it was on our way back from Florida. We had like $12 in cash left over from what we'd planned to. We had some money left over from what we'd planned to spend, and we stopped in at a gas station and let our 18-year-old daughters, we had 2 of them at the time, we let them buy some lottery tickets.
Right.
We didn't win, by the way. We didn't pay for our trip to see Mickey Mouse. Well, we were hoping we would. We thought, man, this last $12, surely to God, the Mickey Mouse gods will smile down on our lottery ticket.
So I've played the lottery a few times. You've played it a couple times. But the man who knows how to play this game is Kenneth Stokes.
Okay.
Kenneth Stokes is from a small town in Norwood, Massachusetts. He won the lottery 2 times on the same day, same numbers.
How do you do it? The same numbers twice in a day.
So he wrote the numbers down that morning.
Were these the numbers from Lost or something? Was it like?
I don't know. His wife thought that he wanted her to play the numbers. So they both played the same numbers for the same lottery and were the only 2 winners of the lottery. But he said the cool part was he got the phone call, "Congratulations, you just won." And then 30 seconds later, gets a phone call, "Congratulations." He said, "Is this the same guy?"
That's crazy.
You just won.
That's crazy. How would the numbers even come out? Like the odds of that. I mean, the odds of winning are already astronomical, but the odds of the same numbers twice.
If you're curious, the odds were 1 in 985,000 and change.
So part of my no-show prep this week was that some people think that the Illuminati have something to do with the numbers. So maybe that's true. If you could make the same numbers drop twice in the same day. I mean, you have like a little magic like decoder ring thing. Remember that from the show Sphere or something? You had like a ring. You could just adjust things. Right. Maybe this guy's got his ring on. Illuminati, adjustable ring.
You were talking about Illuminati and adjustable rings. That made me think about this new show on Netflix. And it's about spies. And I'm going completely off the left field here, but there was a female Russian spy who we caught. And she's a genius. Like, she was a rather attractive redhead who had the cool idea that she's pretty famous. I'm not going to say her name on this, but if you look it up, you'll find her. In fact, so she came to the States and got a new name, identity, all that fun stuff, and decided to start making an entire Instagram account about her using weapons. like shooting guns and having fun and cleavage and all that fun stuff. And she started going to parties with like NRA people. She quickly became a big name in the NRA. She then became friends with a whole bunch of high-powered senators and congressmen. The show doesn't exactly say how she got caught. Actually, it does. I want you to watch the show. But so she gets caught, and instead of executing her, the United States traded her for a spy that had been caught in Russia. Well, she goes to Russia, and now she has her own reality TV show. She's a superstar there because she spied on the United States.
Those Snowden drop in every once in a while.
But it's a pretty cool show because it talks about a bunch of spies, about history and all that. But it's pretty interesting. Like her plan was to just hide right there in plain sight, and it worked for like a year and a half to 2 years until she got up high enough where people were actually looking for spies.
That's crazy. You think this is based on a true story?
Oh yeah, it's a real person.
Wow. Okay, man. How did I know anything about this? This is fantastic.
In fact, everybody in the story, from the congressman she got caught. She stole like I don't know, it was like 5,000 documents worth of stuff she gave to Russia. Yeah, but she has her own reality TV show. You can actually watch her reality TV show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to because it's kind of promoting the wrong side there. But yeah. I think they said she's performed in several magazines that you can't buy on the shelves where children are at.
Right.
Because very attractive person. But yeah, it was really funny. Someone asked her, like, you came to America, do you feel like you were a traitor? And she said, I didn't betray my country. Like just a different side of it. But it's a pretty cool show, pretty neat.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many modern 007s are sitting out there right now. It's pretty neat.
Oh man, that's a whole other show. So in the future, we're doing a show on 007s and spies.
Can't wait.
So back to our lottery thing. I mean, I hate to just drag you back, man, because spies are pretty awesome. But
drag me back.
I realized that before this, I'd said I wasn't gonna have any lottery advice because I don't.
Right.
I'd really rather talk about what I want to do with the money. But I have an interesting idea here for you. I came across. It says that instead of spending your money at the lottery, I mean, we all know we're supposed to save, like Ben Franklin said, man, a penny saved is a penny earned,
That's true.
The only problem is when I see that money, I want to spend it. As I have established well over the years, I have spent $2 for every dollar I ever made easily.
That's probably true.
I know it's I know it's true. So anyway, this man's idea is he says, a little bit something happened in the stock markets this week. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not, but there's been a little troubled waters,
Yeah, I've lost a little bit.
So this guy says if you take your lottery ticket, so a lottery ticket is like $3 or $4, So he's saying maybe you spend $1,000 a year. If you spend $1,000 a year on lottery tickets, you take that same $1,000 and invest it. He believes you can invest it at 8% return. So that must be some pretty high risk stock, but I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm pretty sure mine and my 401k is returning about 6.5. I don't know about 8, but he's saying 8% at 25 years. You would you'd come out with $80,000 out of your $25,000 investment. You'd have to put $1,000 every year. You'd have to continue to invest it. Not like it just compounded at $1,000 into 80, but
right.
25 years, man, $80,000. That's a pretty good thing. I mean, I wish I'd put $1,000 in the stock market every year for 25 years.
So I don't know about the 8%, but I know that if you invest in the S&P 500, which I just sold mine because I'm a Robinhood guy, which means I have no place to trade stock. Thanks a lot, Robinhood.
Yeah.
Steal from the rich and give it to the other rich guys. Apparently, not give it to the poor. But it's supposed to, on average, go up 10% a year. Has for like the last 50 years. That's why I invested in it. But yeah, I heard the same thing that if you put in X number of dollars, that you can make some pretty good cheese over a long period of time.
It's a tax, baby. It's a tax.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody wins, not enough people win. It's a tax. Let's just be straight. Like that's the depressing part about it is that it's literally a tax. Every time you vote no for your schools or your roads, that's where the lottery money's going now. It's paying for schools and roads. It should have been paying. Should have been voting yes for schools and roads. We got to have them. We all use them.
Got to have them.
I personally vote for schools and roads every time it's on the ballot.
Yeah,
what's a half a cent, man? I hate potholes.
Have you seen the video of it's going on YouTube pretty much right now where you see like a flat surface road with a little bit of like a small puddle, and then like this big truck hits it and almost absorbs the entire tire and pothole. Oh, it's hilarious video. Because you're thinking like, if I hit that with my car or truck, I'd be stuck there. It wouldn't even be a pothole. It'd be the end of it.
Yeah, it'd be over. That's right.
Yeah. It's like a whole other community down there in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard a joke today. It's a terrible joke, but it's kind of funny. I hope you enjoy it. So I went to the eye doctor the other day. And I don't know if you guys ever been to an eye doctor, but you sit there and they put the little goggles on you and you say more or less, and they flip sides. So I'm sitting there and he puts the thing on me and I'm looking down the tunnel. He says, "Jason, what do you see?" I stare at it, and I see is that like an empty stadium? He said, "Okay, so yep, good." Next one comes down. I think that's an empty bar. Yep. Next one comes over. And I said, "Those are empty churches." And he said, "You got it." I said, "Why are all the parks closed?" And he goes, "Sounds good, sir. You got 20/20 vision. Have a nice day."
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. No, Ben, we didn't think that was funny. Close us out, man. End of the show here.
End of the show. So first, Ted, thanks for putting this together. Hopefully got 4,000 more episodes in us. I can't wait for that hat to get spun around with our first ever sponsor. I'm hoping for like Wingding.
Wingding.
Or I don't know. Wingding. Or something cool. Like it is a family show, so be careful who you take money from. Just throwing it out there.
Well, it's family other than the strippers, man. We got the strippers.
Other than the strippers.
Other than the strippers.
And by the way, if you're a stripper company, we'll wear your t-shirts. We don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wear some Klein tools or something.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know how to use them, but I'll wear it.
I'll wear the shirt. Yeah.
I'll wear the shirt. Yeah. If you liked it, tell us in the bottom. If you thought we did an okay job or a terrible job, tell us in the bottom. Any advice, we got it. You want to hear us talk about a topic you're interested in, put it at the bottom.
See you next week.
See you next week.